Hey everyone, just want to let you know that I combed my hair today. Okay, I'm just kidding. That's not what this video is about. Okay, so more than a third of Canadians have no retirement savings. About half of people are living paycheck to paycheck, and the debt numbers are just absolutely astounding. Every time they publish new numbers over time, the last however many years, the debt numbers, the debt levels just get worse and worse. And as a result, it is no wonder that money is the biggest contributor to stress levels when it comes to for Canadians. Okay? More than relationships, more than work, more than anything else, it is money. And I get it because I was there. I've been through all that. So I want to talk about a few things that you can do right now to alleviate some of those stresses. Okay, so first of all, I just want to talk about the difference between, your financial situation and what it is that you are going through right now. Two completely different things, because unfortunately, when it comes to your financial situation, it is not an overnight fix. It is not a quick fix. It takes time. It takes time to pay off your debts. It takes time to save money. Whatever it is, it takes time. Okay. But when it comes to, your well-being, the mentality, the frustrations, the anger, that can happen just like that. Okay. You can wake up and have one thought and you just go into this, what feels like an endless descent into hell. Okay. And then you have a terrible day for the rest of your day. And then you're gonna maybe go through some shit like, oh my gosh, some person cut me off, and you get so angry, and then it just perpetuates itself. Okay. So that is like entirely a mindset thing. And it is, again, it's up to you to get out of that mentality. Okay, have that bit of a shift so that you don't end up having a terrible day, and that you don't stay in that state for a long time, because it is unhealthy. There's nothing you can do about it in that moment. You're just gonna make yourself feel even shittier. Okay, the frustrations, the anger, the sadness, you can cry it out. I'm not discounting how you feel. Believe me, you are allowed to feel that way, but you shouldn't allow yourself to feel that way every single day. And I get it. It gives people anxiety. People go into depression. But I'm not talking about depression here. That is an entirely different beast on its own. But I'm talking about like the money, the stresses when it comes to money. Yeah, it is really shitty. There are times when I want to bash my head against the wall. I'm just like cussing up a storm, ranting and raging. It's not healthy. And at one point I was like, you know what? I am so sick of this. So a few things for you to keep in mind you can do to get out of that state, or to make sure if you're in that state, what can I do right now to just like switch out of it? First thing, know that whatever situation you're in, it is temporary. Okay, only if you make it so. That means if you're not working towards something, if you don't have like actionable steps you're taking on a daily, weekly basis that's moving you towards your desired outcome, okay, if you don't have any of that, you're being complacent, then yeah, it's going to be permanent, right? If you want to get out of the current situation, you got to do something about it. Okay, these small steps on a daily, on a weekly basis, they add up to big strides. And unfortunately, when it comes to your financial situation versus the current state that you're in mentally, emotionally, they're very different. Your financial situation is going to take time. It's going to take time to improve, paying off debt, saving more money, whatever the case is, that's going to take time. But when it comes to your state, your emotional state, your mental state, that can happen so fast, like just like that. You can wake up with one bad thought, and it can just set you off. It can trigger you, and then it's going to feel like an endless descent into hell. Okay, it could set the tone for the rest of the day, and you can have a terrible day. You're gonna walk out of your house, and then maybe you get cut off, or somebody bumps into you, and you're gonna feel like killing that person. And then you're gonna wonder, oh my gosh, like my life sucks, and this is just, the world is out to get me. My life is not gonna get any better. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you right now that being in that state of anger, frustration, sadness, it can affect obviously other areas of your life, like especially as soon as you leave your house and you have to, go about your day. So one of the switches that you can have so that you don't stay in that state is practice gratitude. A lot of people have told me that, and no matter how much I feel like bashing my head against the wall, feeling super frustrated, angry, practicing gratitude helps so much. Okay, and it's not to discount like how you're feeling. You're allowed to feel that way. Okay, we're human beings, and it shows that you care. It shows that you give a shit. So chances are you are taking steps to improve your situation. But when you do catch yourself being triggered, you catch one bad thought, how do you get out of that? Practicing gratitude. Take a look around you, what it is that you have, and be ever so grateful for all of that. So for me, it is my family, okay? My parents, my sister, they are the most wonderful people on this planet. They deserve this entire world and some more, and Mars and Venus and Pluto, okay? They're just been, they're like the most amazing people in my life, okay? On top of that, I got my besties, my girlfriends, my social circle, all my friends, okay? They are just, I'm surrounded by just truly amazing people. And I would not trade that for anything in the world. Not a gazillion dollars. I don't care to be the richest person in the world to give that up. Hell no. Okay. We all know money cannot buy good relationships. Okay. The key is good relationships. Okay. Money can buy people, but you're likely going to end up with shitty people, and that's not going to make you happy. So, and I always think, you know what? Yeah, I have it very good. And more so than some of those millionaires and Wall Street, Bay Street bankers out there. Not a competition. And it's not to say it's like mutually exclusive. You only deserve one. No, right? Obviously it's best to be very, financially well off and to have good relationships. Okay. That's everyone's goal. But just know that do not discount what you have now. Okay, the people that are there for you in the shittiest times and bad times and great times, they are there for you. Money will never be able to replace that. And the last thing I want to talk to you about is talking it out. Okay, when it comes to, you're in a situation where you feel like no one understands you, you need to talk it out, or you feel like you're really suppressing your emotions, your anger, your frustration, talk it out. Talk to someone that is unbiased, who doesn't know you. So yeah, I'm talking about a therapist. Okay, whether it's like a spiritual therapist or a talk therapist, whatever. It just helps to talk it out, especially if you don't feel like talking to your friends or your family about this. So now you're asking, or you're telling me, well, it costs money. Okay, well, yeah, it does cost money, but it also doesn't cost money. Okay, look for local programs, local schools or whatever that train therapists. There are therapists in training that need their hours. So what they do is they provide free therapy. Okay, I've done it. I'm doing it. My friends are doing it. Okay, it's out there. So if you're in Toronto and you are looking for something like that, shoot me a message. I'll be happy to connect you with someone. And then, of course, there's always the odd case of, if you really need to talk to someone, if that's not an option for you, just go to a park, go to like a restaurant, go to a bar, whatever, and just talk to someone. Okay, just be aware of your surroundings. But I find that sometimes engaging in a conversation with someone that I do not know, it just helps. Okay, and it could be, it could be meaningful. It could be, but it's just like in that moment, it just feels really good to talk to someone about it. Sure, you can journal it. That's another way. But I'll tell you, and I journal, but I'll tell you, I've had my fair share of tearing up several journals. Okay, so nothing, I'm not gonna say nothing, but like it does help to talk to someone as well. Just don't be creepy. I know, like, if I go out and talk to people, I don't come off as creepy. It's a little bit easier for me to engage in a conversation. But girls, for the most part, it's easy to, be able to like open up a dialogue with a stranger. Okay. But just saying that that's what I've experienced before. But I just know that like when it comes to a point, it's just nice to be able to engage in a conversation, to talk to someone that you don't know. So these are a few tips I have for you to kind of alleviate some of the stresses you get from when it comes to money. So again, shoot me a message. Let me know if you want to connect with someone. If you're in the Toronto area for free therapy, I'll do my best. Or just in general, if you are going through something and you're feeling lost, you're feeling frustrated, you feel like no one understands you, trust me, I totally get it. Shoot me a message and let me see if I can help you.